welcome to Stretch and Relax, and today we're going to be using the chair for our stretches. It's something that we all have somewhere at home, and sometimes we don't think about how we can utilize things to help us get deeper into some stretches. So let's start with a little warm up through foot pedals. Always stretch warm rather than cold, or make sure you're doing dynamic movements that allow you to ease into the stretches. We're going to do a few here as well as we work through our calves. Just want to get some movement through our pelvis, our knees, and our ankles, and also some blood pumping up through our body with some dynamic motion. Get the breath flowing, really important to keep breathing all the way through any stretches, because even when we're static, that breath has an expansion and contraction that will help us stretch a little deeper and also relax through our sympathetic nervous system. Let's turn and face the chair. From here, I'm going to start with press backs and ease my calf into a stretch by pressing my heel down towards the floor. Check in with the shoulders, make sure that they're down and you haven't cramped up and you're not over-activating anything. Good to just do a few of these and get things moving. We often do this sort of work in our bar classes as well. Now take one foot back, come into that stretch. Press it back a little further if you like. Try to get the heel down. Now from here, we're going to come up, press the pelvis forward a little bit more, so just pushing it forward. Feel a deeper stretch. From here now, lift the heel gently, drop down that back knee, then try to straighten the leg even more. So we've got some balance here. Make sure that the weight is on top of the chair, not pushing or pulling on it. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, hinge through the hips now. Come into a triangle. Stretch, you can lean on the chair like so. Try to keep your back really straight with this. You'll feel a stretch through the hamstrings at the front if you're hinging through the hips, especially if you're tight. If you're loose, not so much. Let's come down again, drop it deep, drop the back knee, pelvis tucked under, and then straighten. From here, open for 4, other side, 4, 3, circle, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. From here, straighten out those legs again and hinge forward. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ease yourself up. We've got the other side to go. Take the foot back first in that nice deep lunge. Pressing the heel into the floor, feeling that static stretch coming through the body. From here, press forward a little more if you can. Breathing into it. Lift up the back heel. Drop the knee down and then stretch out again a little further. Holding it there. Lengthening the tailbone. Opening up, feeling this stretch down through the front of the body. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into that hinge position, hinging from the hips, trying to keep them nice and even with this. Shoulders are down, leaning on that chair. Holding here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into that stretch, drop the knee. Now straighten the legs so we've got that greater stretch. Keep it down nice and deep. And we're going to do those arm circles again for 4. 4, let the body rotate with it. 3, like you're working through a very narrow hallway. 3, 2, 2, and 1, and 1. From here, leaning forward again, straightening both of those legs. And holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up and walking it out. Let's turn sideways now. Once again, remembering that the weight is going down on the back of the chair, you're not pulling on it. We're going to do a side stretch here, taking the outside leg behind the back. So we've got a cross-legged position. This is just going to help lengthen down the side of the outer thigh, and we can lean in this as well and get a greater stretch just by this small hip movement. Taking the arm over and then release. And 2. And release. Notice you can get down a little deeper with this because we have some support. 3, and release. 4, arcing that arm. Now hold it here and stretch the arm up rather than arcing it, so you feel a greater stretch just through the side here. Pressing that other hip out, and then seeing if you can come down a little deeper with the arm, keeping it back behind the ear for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's do the other side. I'm going to turn my back, but it's the same principle. From here, outside leg crosses around the back. Push that hip out a little. Take the arm over and arc it. Give some space around your neck and shoulders. Inhale, just bring the arm out, take a breath. Exhale, over. Arc that arm. And again. And up. One more up. Bring it up, breathe in. Now we're coming over. Last time, arc the arm first and then straighten and stretch it out. Really reach as much as you can, keeping that arm back in line or behind the ear for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend that elbow, reach down towards the chair as much as you can. Feel that stretch down the side for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Turning, facing into the chair now. We're coming into a 90-degree stretch with both legs back now. Pressing back, hinging through the hips. You can do a short lever here. If you want it more challenging, feel free to do longer lever here. But what you want is to try to keep a natural lower back curve. If you're quite a flat back like me, you might want to bend the knees slightly as well. Keep the heart and the chest open in this position. We're going to walk it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, press up through the spine. And then sink down into a little extension. Press up, little like a cat-cow. And down. And press And down. And one more. And down. Good. From here, hands down, ease yourself up, walk it in, and make sure that you're feeling okay through your spine and your pelvis. We're going to turn the chair around now. With this, we can get a deep hamstring stretch and also some hip stretches. We've already done the standing hamstring stretches today and also some hip flexors. So we're going to focus more into the hip joint itself. We're going to take a lateral position on the chair, so stepping your foot up onto the chair. Make sure that you're comfortable with this. All of these exercises can be done from the floor as well. From here, we're going to get our foot out a little wider and we're going to sink our bottom down. So it's like we're squatting. Try to keep that foot nice and flat. The chair allows you to come back further than what you normally would or might normally be able to do on the floor. Now the idea of this is not just this nice angle and getting as much depth as possible through the ankle, knee and hip joint. It's also about trying to get some extra movement through the lower back. So take the elbows down towards the chair. You might be up here, you might still be up here, and that's okay. Whatever you need to do for your body. We're going to hold in this position. Breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's quite an intense stretch, right? Now we're going to take the leg out onto the chair, shifting our balance over to here. Once again, if you feel unstable, feel free to do any of these from the floor or holding the chair however you need to. We're going to do a little yin-yang stretch now, reaching over and across, and bring it up. And 2, reaching towards those toes. And 3, and up. And 4, and up. Good. From here, we're going to turn in and just sink down here now. This is a little bit of a variation on the hip flexor stretch as well, so you can have your hands down on the back of the chair, just holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1, giving an easy hamstring stretch here, reaching down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it up. We're going to the other side. I'm going to change my chair around so I can face you. Starting with our leg up on the chair in lateral position, coming in, taking the weight down, sinking down as much as you can. You can reach this other leg out as much as you like. Sink that bottom down and heel down if you can, because you've got a little bit of give through the chair. This is about just working with your range of motion and your depth. So let's have a look at our hips and our flexibility. I'm a little bit better in the other hip than I am in this one. This is a little tighter for me, so always interesting to see how one side fares compared to the other. And it can be affected by your regular everyday activities. It could be affected by old injuries, joint conditions, degeneration through the joints, or just something that you've been doing and you might be a bit sore or inflamed. So holding here, another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to ease ourselves up. Bring the weight over to the other leg if you're feeling confident with it. Heel up yin yang stretch. 4, open. 3, open. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Turn and face into the chair, coming down just for a smaller hip flexor stretch. There is a sequence we can do on this, but I'll save that for another day. Take it down, feeling that stretch through the front of the pelvis. And then coming into a hamstring stretch, shifting the weight back and leaning down here. Trying to hinge through the hips a little, reaching towards the toes, really thinking about this fold rather than a hunch. So I just keep this hand out of the way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is where we get to take a seat. Yay, finally get to sit down. It's like stretch and relax, and all we've been doing is stretching. Time to relax. Well, kind of. We're going to take one leg across the other. With this one, we're going to do our Wayne Cook posture. This is an energy medicine exercise, and it's helping cross connect through the body. The good thing with this is we also get a little bit of a stretch through the glutes and the hips by default. So the foot's crossed over, the opposite hand reaches to the ankle, and then the hand on the same side of the foot grabs over the foot. From here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And again. And down. And 3, lift up through the spine. One more. And release. Other leg. I'm just side on. You can move your chair however you like from here. And take a seat. Now, opposite hand comes around the ankle. Hand on the same side as the leg that is crossed comes around the foot. So notice that my legs are crossed and my arms are crossed. This helps with cross connection through the brain, through right and left sides. It helps with uncluttering information and helping with giving you clarity, opening up energy pathways as well through that nice slow breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, in and out. And then release. See, you didn't even think about your hips or glutes then, did you? Take the hands up now. And bring the thumbs to the center of the forehead. Breathing here, 4 deep breaths again. Shoulders relax each time. Really slow that breath down. from here, I'm just going to turn my chair around to make it easier for you to see. And maybe take it to the center. This is logical. From here, I'm going to take my arms across each other and let my back curl. I'm going to breathe in and pull up through my back, separating my shoulders, and then sink. And then again, inhale, expand the lungs and the back of the rib cage, and then release. 2 more of these. And down. And 1 more. Press yourself up. Roll the shoulders. We're going to do that again and cross the arms over in the opposite way. If you can't remember, just go whatever feels natural and then whatever feels unnatural. From here, sit down first and then pull back, separating through the shoulders and that mid back. You can move around here if you need to, and take it down. Relax and then breathe. Ease. And 3. Feel that separation. Let the head be heavy. And relax. And last one. And release. Good. Ease yourself up here. Open those legs a little here. We're going to dive down and scoop up through our heart. So from here, fold down, roll. Scoop up through the heart. Good. And 2. And 3. Sink. One more. And 4. Good. Roll those shoulders. Cross one leg over the other. Rotate around your chair. Just look behind you like you're talking to someone on a bus who's in the seat behind you. Or maybe it's an aeroplane. Shoulders down, relax here. Some nice easy breaths. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Change legs. And take it around the other way. Just acknowledge how far you can look around when you've got those legs anchored. You might find one side is a little bit more pliable than the other. Easy breaths here. Try to relax those shoulders. Let everything hang. You're anchored on the chair. Everything else can release. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to a basic seated position. Ground those feet on the floor. Let's take a nice deep grounding breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, think of the energy coming right down through the body, into your hands, into the thighs, down through the sit bones and into the floor. Do as many breaths as you like with that to calm your central nervous system, to prepare yourself for the day, to freak out anybody who's around you if you're doing it in the office. But otherwise, let's ease ourselves up, hinge forward, bottoms up, take a breath in, release, and in, and release, one more. In and let it go. Have a relaxing day.